Nicole with Miami Handwriting. You caught me playing with my fidget spinner. Remember these guys? They were like so last year. I even have a YouTube video on it with Lena Acosta-Sandal from Stop Parenting Alone, and we did a brief little recap on what we thought of fidget spinners. So luckily, these are not as trendy as they were last year. However, some of the reasons that they became so popular and were wanting to be used in the classroom, those reasons still very much exist. And we're going to kind of dive in and talk about those reasons and what other options we can use in the classroom that are much more classroom friendly than the last year's fidget spinner. So if you've been following our YouTube channel, you know we've been talking about flexible seating. We chatted a little bit about sensory systems and different things that we can do to help our sensory systems, make us better learners in the classroom. So what we're going to talk about today is if we want to incorporate flexible seating, but for whatever reason we don't have a budget, our director doesn't want to, we don't really feel comfortable introducing equipment in the classroom, what can we do to start using some of these principles in the classroom? So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to go over 5, I guess, OT hacks that most OTs, we have them in our bag, in our car, in our purse, everywhere, and let you know how you can use them in the classroom. So number 1 is a simple pencil topper. So this does a couple of things. It gives our little student that needs to move around, and sometimes he's distracting because he's moving around, or this is my favorite person, the little guy who rips his erasers apart and leaves like a whole puddle of erasers under his desk. This is a great way to keep his fingers busy while he's still paying attention. It's also good for the child that really likes that visual stimulus, since it's a really bright color. The other thing I have is super simple. This is from another childhood trend. Can't remember what they're called. Those little bracelets that you would make with a bunch of these little teeny rubber bands. Something as simple as putting a rubber band around a pencil is a super easy, quiet, very important that it's quiet, way to keep those fingers busy while having them still not distract our friends and pay attention to what's going on in the classroom. Another one that I like is Velcro. This is industrial strength sticky back Velcro. What we like to do with this is we either stick it under the desk or we can put it under the chair. I won't move the video, but under the chair. So we can talk to the student about going under there and knowing that they can kind of rub that back and forth to get that sensory input they need. If they're, feeling that they're not able to pay attention, they're losing track, they're feeling a little like antsy because they really want to move and it's not time to go yet, this kind of helps them stay on board. What else do I have here? I did the Velcro, I did the rubber band, I did the pencil topper. This is another kind of pencil topper. It's a cute little seahorse. This one, in addition to the things the other one does, this one is especially good for those kiddos that really need that oral input. Those that may or may not still be sucking their thumb. Those that may do the shirt biting. Those that may kind of like bite the corners of their books, papers. I have seen it all, and it happens. So this is made for them to kind of, instead of gnaw on their pencil top or their eraser, which kind of falls apart, this will not fall apart and will provide that same sensory input orally. Sensory input orally is, it's kind of like when I go to a workshop, I have to bring like a giant box of gum, and I will go through the whole package of gum while I'm in the workshop, probably, just because it's something I do to keep myself organized, paying attention. Clearly in the classroom, we probably can't go through a whole package of gum, so this is an option. The last one that I want to talk about, I don't have any samples here with me because I gave them all away, are kneadable erasers. Those are another great option to keep our hands busy, paying attention. Some of them have, they're like flavored, so they have that smell added to them. So this is just similar things. We all do it. We twirl our hair if we're having conversations. We might, bite our nails. These are just options we can give our kiddos in the classroom so that number one, it's more appropriate than some of the things that they're doing. And number two, it doesn't distract our friends. And most importantly, it helps them be a better student. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want our kids to function better in the classroom. We want them to be better students. And we want them to be successful. So if you've been resonating with a lot of the stuff we've been talking about, you've been having a lot of aha moments, a lot of, oh yeah, that sounds just like my student, or yes, that sounds just like my son or my daughter, you probably want to check in with your favorite OT. Your school might have one, you might have one in your community, and you really want to get a more specific fine-tuned sensory diet, which would give you a thorough look at your child's preferences. Does he really like tactile input? Does he really like proprioceptive input? We all have our preferences that we like and we don't like. We just want to make sure that we're all functioning and that our children are functioning in the classroom with the varieties that they have. So if you resonate with a lot of this, check in with your favorite OT, ask for that sensory diet that you can incorporate at home and at school. In the meanwhile, I hope what we've talked about really helps you, gives you some solutions that you can try with your student in the classroom. Again, let me know how it works. I would love to hear it. You can find me at miamihandwriting@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and now you can find me on YouTube as well. Again, I'd love to hear from you. I hope this helps. Until next time, bye-bye.